In revising the e-privacy regulation, the European Commission set out to reinforce trust and security in the digital single market. But instead of making things better, they would make things worse and more confusing for European consumers. To put it bluntly, the e-privacy regulation is like a bad movie. Luckily, we can still change the ending. But first, let's take a step back. Here's why the proposed reforms are bad for consumers. Data-driven ad revenue helps make high-quality journalism possible. With that revenue diminished, funding for a wide choice of media content will be squeezed. Many independent publishers will start to downsize, and some may even disappear, making it more difficult to hold power to account. For the consumer, this means far fewer independent sources of information and less diversity of opinion. Do you want to always accept cookies, never accept cookies, or accept first-party cookies but reject third-party cookies? These are just some of the perplexing questions consumers will be asked over and over again, when all they want to do is access the content and services they love. Bombarded with questions, consumers will find themselves exhausted, confused, and unsure what granting consent actually even means. The tech startups behind the world's best apps often rely on data-driven ad revenue to offer their apps for free and scale up their companies. Without it, their business model basically falls apart. Less revenue will mean fewer startups and eventually fewer apps for consumers. Europeans prefer to access content and services for free, but without revenue from data-driven ads, free stuff will be in severely short supply. From one day to the next, consumers could be in for a rude awakening that requires them to pay up or be left in the cold. The e-privacy regulation is like a bad movie, but policymakers still have time to change the ending. Here are 3 things they can do to help alleviate the damage. By including other grounds for data processing, such as legitimate interest, companies will be able to operate whilst respecting stringent measures to ensure consumer privacy. Consumers deserve to understand what's happening with their data. So by designating browsers as gatekeepers, the providers of online services can't directly inform their consumers about how their data is used. This can leave consumers badly informed and stops businesses having a direct dialogue regarding consumer preferences. The GDPR already provides a basis for handling personal data. Aligning the e-privacy regulation fully with the GDPR will help address uncertainty in how data should be processed. There's still time to get this right.